Hi, I'm Janet Kaplun with Hispana Global, and today we're going to interview multiple award-winning actor Greg Kinnear. Hi, Greg.
Hello.
How did you get involved with the project?
I went and met with a very successful producer, Joe Roth, who did The Sixth Sense, a lot of great films, and Randall Wallace, who wrote Braveheart and had directed me in a movie years ago called We Were Soldiers that I really enjoyed. And sitting in between them was this little book, which I hadn't read, called Heaven for Real. And just hearing them both speak about how it affected, how effectively they thought there was a story to be told cinematically in this, I was really kind of taken with it, and ran home, read the script, and was kind of blown away. I thought that the story was powerful, and that this young boy dies and comes back, causing his father to kind of take a wallop in terms of his own, what he believes, and yet he's a priest or a pastor, was pretty incredible. So,
Now, did it lead you to also challenge your own beliefs?
no, not really. I think wherever you fall out on the religious spectrum of whether you're do you believe we're here and we're gone, or whether you believe there's an afterlife, everybody is engaged with the story at some point in their life of what is the next, what is the next journey. And if it's nothing, it's nothing. If it's something, it's something. But people have a different opinion about that. But the story of what Todd experienced, and kind of the human story of what this family experienced in this small town, and the ramifications of this little boy coming and saying, everything you've been talking about is the truth, was kind of an interesting.
Now, what would you say is more difficult, to have faith in yourself, have faith in God, have faith in your child, or in your spouse?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess the reason that religion is a particularly tough one is that they're dealing with something that obviously that isn't tangible and isn't present. And I think that's why people tend to debate that one the hardest. Having faith in your children or your family is a whole separate criteria. I think when you start to deal with the unknown, it becomes more difficult.
Now, how hard was it to prepare for you to interpret somebody who is real, who exists, and who is actually going to watch your performance?
Well, I've done a few movies where playing real life people, and there's always I played Bruce Crandall in We Were Soldiers, who's a decorated, he's got the Medal of Honor, colonel from the military. That's a pretty scary guy to have watching over your shoulder. Hey, Todd's no slouch. He was there, keeping an eye on things. He came down for a day or two, but seemed like a nice guy. I don't know him that well, but he was very, very encouraging for the movie.
Now, is there a favorite scene from the movie that stuck with you?
There's a woman who has lost her son in the military, played by a great actress, Margot Martindale, and the scene was written by Randall Wallace, and I thought it really, I don't believe it's from the book, but it's just a very powerful scene where he gives this woman who has suffered the grief of losing a son, a real genuine sense that it's okay. And that's a hard thing to convey in movies without it, in my opinion, without it feeling, whitewashed or cynical. And I just thought it was it played out very nicely.
I actually agree. That was my favorite scene from the movie, too. Well, thank you so much, Greg Kinnear. Much luck with all your new projects and your series.
Thank you.
Always more tips, more news on hispanaglobal.com. Till next time, I'm Janet Kaplun.